Good day, everyone. I am Carla Yubal, and now I will introduce the author of the theory, who is Stanley Plog, about his background in life. According to Goldyear 2016, Stanley C. Plog was one of the great research minds, tourism theorists, and tourism practitioners in the field. Plog was born on April 12, 1930 in Los Angeles, California, United States. He was the son of Clifton Church and Christine Sampson Plog. Plog attended Occidental College and graduated as magna cum laude with a degree in psychology in 1957, and he studied also Master of Art, a Doctor of Philosophy at Harvard University in 1961. According to Goldyear 2016, Stan received his doctorate in social science at Harvard in 1960. In his life career, he launched it at the University of California, Los Angeles as academic director of the Social Psychiatry Training Program. He became a president in Behavior Science Corporations in 1963 to 1973 and became a chairman in Plog Research Reseda, California, United States in 1974. Plog wrote 7 books, 4 in social sciences and 3 in travel. He also wrote numerous articles, and one of his most well-known articles appeared in 1974 in a Cornell Quarterly titled "Why Destinations Areas Rise and Fall in Popularity."
Good day, sir. I'm Elaine Macaulay, and I'm going to tackle about the achievements of Stanley C. Plog or Stanley Clement Plog. His achievements involve being an American marketing research and consulting executive. He is also a consultant Republican State Central Committee. 1965 to 1967, he is a campaign advisor. Consultant Ronald Reagan gubernatorial campaign, 1965 to 1966. With United States Air Force, 1950 to 1953. He is also a member of American Psychological Association, American Marketing Association, Travel and Tourism Research Association.
Good day, everyone. I am Natasha Von Arcabito. I will be discussing to you the Plog's theory. First, who discovered Plog's theory and what is it? So, let's proceed to the discussion. Stanley Plog was one of the great researchers who discovered this Plog's theory or model, who was one of the great researchers in the tourism industry, which he is also a tourist and tourism practitioner. Plog's model was published in 1974 as an article that was entitled "Why Destination Areas Rise and Fall in Popularity" in the Cornell Hotel and Restaurant Administration Quarterly. He conducted a study for air travel business, in which he differentiated the travelers' types of travel patterns, personalities, and preferred destination. This aims to turn on non-flyers into flyers. This study was introduced as a consulting project in his company Basico in 1967. This study was sponsored by 16 domestic and foreign airlines, airframe manufacturers, and various magazines. Plog's psychographic model was introduced, in which he explains the destination's rise and fall in popularity and tourist personality and characteristics that are determinants for travel patterns and preferences. This evaluates the travel experience and satisfaction of a traveler in going to a destination. Travelers were categorized into Plog's model, which these are the psychocentric and the allocentric. The objective of this is to understand the psychology of a certain segments of a travelers. During this time, the commercial aviation was only developing. So the airlines wanted to become better and to understand their potential customers. Next, what is psychocentric and allocentric? Psychocentric are travelers that are self-centered, in which their thoughts or concerns are centered only on a small problems and areas of their life, in which these travelers are non-adventurous, while the allocentric are travelers that are adventurous in which their primary goal is to travel and to explore the world. These people rarely return to the same destination twice. Hence, they are motivated to discover new destinations. Next, Stanley Plug also introduces the model of travel, in which the characteristics are by psychographic scales and the destination life cycle, which uses the psychographic study to show the development on a destination to improve its image and to target more travelers. And also, it includes promotion of a destination to target more travelers. Plug's models defines the profile of market, in which this is also useful to understand the characteristics of a tourist from each category in which affects the traveler's destination choices. However, this model by Plug was criticized by other researchers because they have said that his study doesn't work well to explain the destination life cycle because the model cannot generalize the global context due to the different perception of travelers on a destination. Thus, this classifies the destination upon the factors, including the traveler's personality types. According to Andrew, a researcher who argues the Plug's model, he stated that there are numerous personality types of a person depending on their destination choices. Destination targets different tourist clusters by physical attractiveness, psychological attractions, political and social environment of a destination themselves. This includes the different factors of a traveler, including the distance of the destination, reliability of the time, and the travel expenditure to a certain destination. Although the Plug's model was criticized for its inability to be reliable, this also provides a strong conceptual framework to understand which type of tourist that would like to travel to which type of destination they prefer to, so that they can assess themselves and to evaluate themselves on what traveler they are. It may be a psychocentric, like what I've said earlier. Psychocentric are travelers that are non-adventurous, while the allocentric are the adventurous travelers in which their goal is to explore the world and discover new destinations. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Arbella Mercado and here to introduce Plog's theory. So Plog came up with a theory to classify tourists on the type of holiday they choose. He came up with classifications for this theory and keep it simple but still be able to group every type of the trip taken. So going to the model, Stanley introduced 5 psychographic personality types. These are psychocentric, near-psychocentric, mid-centric, near-allocentric, and allocentric. So let's start with the psychocentric and near-psychocentric. So Plug defines the psychocentric as self-inhibited, nervous, and non-adventuresome, preferring the familiarity in vacation travel destinations. So a tourist falling in this prefer to return to familiar travel destination. It means that they don't want to go to other places, they just want to travel in a safe place. So the psychocentric traveler is the one who will choose something familiar instead of something new. So here are the characteristics of psychocentric tourists. Next will be the near-psychocentric. This doesn't fall extremely under psychocentric. Tourists may choose some activities on the spot or unplanned visit to an attraction. So they like to plan their travel, but they don't stick to the plan, to their exact plan. They have an option or do activities that is not part of the plan, or in simple terms, unplanned activities. To continue the report, here is Miss Balasan.
I'm Roslyn Balasan and I will discuss about mid-centric and near-allocentric. Mid-centric. Mid-centric swing between the allocentric and psychocentric. Such type of tourists, located in the middle of the Plug psychographic model, have a balanced combination of both personality-based psychographic traits. They are not exactly adventurous, but occasionally, they try something new. They prefer some comfort, safety, and security in their travels. They will travel to destinations that have not yet reached their full potential. They choose to break away from the crowd and explore the local area. They usually like variety without being too exotic. Examples: Europe, Florida, South Africa, and Hawaii. The characteristic of mid-centric travelers: preference for controlled environments, curiosity about new surroundings yet requires some planned activities, and willing to take risks. Near allocentric. They are the explorers who want excitement and thrills. They are similar to allocentric. They prefer off-the-track places and seek adventure. These are the people with adequate resources. The near allocentric represents the first market segment capable of being attracted to a planned tourism development. Explorers but visit new destinations they already been discovered by allocentrics. The characteristic of near allocentric is they are independent travelers. Desire new experience and to learn, and enjoy a challenge.
Good morning everyone, I am Ashley Nespi or Jen and I am going to introduce to you the last type of tourist from Plug's theory, which is the allocentric. Allocentric, also known as venturer or wanderers, is an independent and confident type of tourist. They are the individuals who loves adventure, traveling to seek new experiences, interacting with people from different cultural backgrounds, want to explore unusual and little-known places. They are traveling without planning because they want to learn from every encounter. They are willing to take risks in order to satisfy their curiosity. They believe that what happens to them is largely under their control. Here are the characteristics of allocentric travel. That's all for the allocentric. So again, the 5 typologies according to Plug's theory are: first is the psychocentric. They prefer to visit developed and familiar vacation travel destinations to ensure their safety. Second is the near psychocentric. They do plan their travel, but they choose some activities on the spot that is not included in their plan. Next is the mid-centric. The mid-centric is the combination of allocentric and psychocentric. Fourth is the near allocentric. It is the tourists who visit the destination after the allocentrics. Lastly, allocentrics. They are adventurers. They seek new experiences. They prefer to visit underdeveloped tourist destinations. That's all for my part. Next reporter, please take over.
Good day everyone, I am Maria Eileen Cabilin and I'm going to discuss the relation of the theory to tourism planning and development. Plug's model is largely regarded as a cornerstone of tourism theory. The theory of Plug is very important since it provided the foundations for many other studies throughout the past 4 decades. And this has helped the stakeholders in the tourism industry to have a better understanding of what's going on and manage their tourism provision. Also, Plug's work was the precursor to Butler's tourism area life cycle. Plug's model was created to understand tourist behavior. It suggests that people can be segmented based upon their personality characteristics. Plug classified these types of tourists according to their personalities, which he plotted this along a continuum with a normally distributed curve, and it was this curve that identified the rise and fall of destinations. Plug's theory demonstrates that the popularity of a destination will rise and fall over time depending on which types of tourists find the destination appealing. So Plug wanted to examine the way in tourism destinations develop. How do they grow? Why do they decline? And how can we make relatively accurate predictions to help us better understand and manage the tourism provision at hand? Plug's research found that there are distinct correlations between the appeal of a tourist destination to different types of tourists and rise and fall in population of the destination.
Good day everyone. I'm Ayana Ashley Shane Riskishan and I will be discussing about the continuation of the relation of Plug's theory to tourism planning and development. Throughout the past 40 years, this model has served as the basis of a large number of studies and has assisted stakeholders in the tourism industry in better understanding and managing their tourism supply. Since we will be making a plan, we must consider how our customers will be satisfied at our destination. So by using the Plug's theory, the tourism industry may determine the characteristics of our tourist as well as for its planning and development. Of course, it is crucial to understand the demands and preferences of our customers. This is a necessary component of planning. This theory has produced a great deal of study on tourists and characteristics and preferences. It can aid in tourism planning and development and help create destinations that tourists will prefer.
Next is that it encourages critical thinking throughout tourism planning and development. So, by examining the overall impact of tourists, it would come up with effective plans and strategies to ensure that the destination is consistent with changing market trends, constantly addressing tourist and resident needs as they arise. So next is it helps better understand their potential customer. People have different attributes, and as discussed by my groupmates, Plug classified it into different types, which he called the different psychographic personality. In relation to tourism planning and development, by determining the different attributes or personality of tourists, the destination is likely encouraged to create more and build more infrastructures, facilities, and product offered that would meet customer satisfaction. Next is it helps to determine why destination popularity rise and fall. It is because the destination appeals to specific types of tourists. All the time the destination follows a relatively pattern of growth and decline in popularity. So as a destination changed, they lost the audience or market segments that made them popular and appeals instead to an ever-shrinking group of travelers.
So guys, based on Plug's theory, which category you think you belong? Write it down in the comment section. We would like to read your ideas while at the same time. That's all for our report. Thank you so much. Again, we are the group 2.